All right, let's do this. Hello, everybody. Good evening. We're doing things a little bit early because Fridays are generally just very weird. It's either I can have a lot of time or I'm not going to have a lot of time. So it's kind of up in the air. So I already did my lore script stream today. I'm going to do this. If everything goes good after I do my Friday Common Rider watch with my tournament buddies, I should be able to come back and do another stream with that and another stream with this. But just in case I don't, we're going to do the stream early. Because there's a few things we have to do tonight. And I have plenty of time with this. I'm not rushing this per se, but I do want to make sure we get at least a good chunk of work done every single day. Because we are going to be streaming every day, besides the days that I have to do the 24-hour shift, which is going to be next Tuesday. So Tuesday, I will not be streaming. So just as a heads up. But we're coming up on the end of this. I'm just waiting for the movie to load up. We're coming up on the end of this. 60,000 frames is the limit for sprite animations when you're using Adobe Animate, so just be very wary of that because you just never know. As soon as you pass frame 16,000, you will not be able to add any more symbols. We just passed 10,000 the other day. We still have about like 5,000 frames left, so we should be good to go. I might make a secondary addition to this because there's still some things I want to do with this sprite animation, like for this specific episode. Because the main goal is making it better than the last one. That's always the goal. Make the newest sprite animation better than the old one. And we have a lot of we had big boosts to build specifically because that last one was all over the place. There was a lot of stuff happening in that sprite animation. But besides that, we'll do a couple watches. We'll continue adding on to the Isaac vs. Satoru section. I don't know if I want to introduce the other characters and have them have little random snippets, because I primarily wanted to focus on the ending of Mercury Lighthouse. So the additional characters they've had their limelight. I wanted to focus more so on the main cast for now, but we'll see. All right. So as usual, we're just making sure there's no crazy amount of issues, which I haven't seen anything, but Adobe Animate does mess up from time to time. But I'm not seeing anything just yet. Giving her the fume dragon head as an attack is still really silly. Also, so Zero Ice Ball, I'm happy to add it. We may have to use... We'll probably have to use TLA editor for something I'm planning soon, but not yet. I want Isaac and Satoros to cook for a little bit. I have to expand on this one later. Not yet, but later. Oh my god, it looks so cool. All right. We'll do another watch just in case, but for that scene that Satoru just teleports in with the slash and the pillar, I'm gonna have to have Isaac block it. I don't remember if I actually gave Isaac a different... I think I did. I don't think I'd give him a new blocking pose. If I didn't, that's gonna suck because we have to go to Aseprite. I don't dread I don't dread you doing the Aseprite work. I just have to make the right time for it because Aseprite it's tedious. That's gonna be your main bread and butter when you're working on this project. When we get to Capcom, I'm definitely gonna add a little bit of that tiny little lightning. Not that much, not something crazy. Because I remember in the beginning part of the series, we had the wise one struck by lightning. That was just a cute little gag that I put in there. I was thinking about putting a gag in here, but I think this is too serious for a gag. I think that the dust cloud fight that me and Minority are doing right now is good enough gag. I think one of my regrets is I didn't make the water dark enough. But dealing with water is hard. I'm not going to deny that. So what I might do is add a little tiny vignette to that later. It's also a 19-year-old song. It could have been a lot darker, but we'll worry about that later. Still can't believe we stuck with the aura around Mia. Just didn't have anything at the time to put on her. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna grab something and just put it on her. I just never changed it. I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna keep it there. Okay, so let's work on this. So something I did notice, we're gonna go back to Isaac. I'm gonna have to turn this into a graphic. We're gonna turn this into a graphic. No, wrong thing. We have to go to the pillar. We're gonna turn this back into a graphic because we need to play this from the beginning to the end. You see Isaac's boots starting to show up? That looks bad. What we can do... We'll turn this back into a movie clip for now. We're gonna add it again. We're gonna turn this off because we need Isaac. So the way I have, oh fuck, I'm not back at home, so I can't actually show this because I don't have my swords with me. So the way I'm having Isaac's pose is he's holding the sword like this, and he has his arm like that. It's not. It looks weird from this angle because it's just how these sprites are. But he's actually in a specific pose that I gave him, holding the sword like that and just having the hand like that. Huh? Oh. Because we can't use his default pose, because his default pose, it doesn't work in a sprite animation environment. I've tried. Alright. So bear with me, I gotta go through Isaac's files. And it's gonna suck if I don't have a blocking post for him because we're gonna have to make one. I do, but it's kind of, it's not awkward. It's just gonna be interesting to use here. All right, so we'll bring it in there and just see how we're gonna get this to work. Also, Matt Maroc. All right, Isaac Guard. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna turn this back on. We're gonna turn this back into a graphic so I can actually see something. No, I think right here is fine. We'll do it right there. We're gonna turn this back off again. We're gonna turn off the camera because we'll be doing some resizing. We're gonna go to Isaac's layer, insert blank keyframe so Isaac can disappear. We're gonna bring in the PNG file that we're gonna use for Isaac's guard. We're gonna turn on onioning before we do that so I can actually see where Isaac's position is. Bring him right here. So the way his guarding works, he's doing it as such. Yeah, it's gonna be really, it's hard having Isaac block. I have to make him a forward-facing block, but having them block from the backside isn't that bad. Okay, so before we do anything, we're gonna go over symbols again. So do not let the free transform box over here fool you. Yes, you can use free transform to resize this however you see fit, but it's not gonna work. Things are gonna come out very, very blurry. You don't want that because it look ugly. I gave a good example of this yesterday when we were reviewing things for this. We were reviewing things yesterday because I keep my old videos just so I can use as reference when I'm explaining stuff. Because I'm not the best at explaining stuff in stream, so it's better I show you than having me screw up on the explanation. But besides that, do not let this fool you, because if you start resizing things without turning it into a symbol, it's gonna come out very blurry. It's gonna come out, the sizing's gonna be horrible, and it's just not gonna look good. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna follow exactly what I'm gonna say. OBS won't show the pop-ups popping up, so just bear with me. Click modify right up there. Go to bitmap, trace bitmap. Color threshold will be on 1. Minimum area is to be on 1 pixels. Corner threshold is gonna be on many corners. Curve fit's gonna be on pixels. Again, as soon as you click on bitmap, a pop-up will show up that says trace bitmap. Modify bitmap, trace bitmap. As soon as the trace bitmap pop-up shows up, color threshold on 1. Minimum area 1 pixel. Corner threshold, many corners, curve fit pixels. One last time, because this is important. Color threshold 1. Minimum area 1 pixel. Corner threshold, many corners, curve fit pixels. Click OK. Press F8 on your keyboard. That converts it into a symbol, but you gotta call the symbol something. We're just gonna call this Isaac Guard. And make sure the type is graphic. Give me 1 second. Work is texting me. Even though I'm off duty, I'm still on duty. Sorry about that. Okay. So now that we're done with that, you can resize it however you see fit, but make sure the camera's off, because if you try resizing things with the camera on, everything's gonna be bloated and zoomed in. You don't want that. So right now, what we have to do is we're gonna base Isaac's guard with his idle pose, which is gonna be 173.3, 217.05. Whoa. $173.3. That seems like it's going to be very big. It's kind of big. No, it's a good size, but we're going to zoom in a second. I think I'm going to probably do another one. Yeah. We're gonna make Isaac another guard. Okay. I was dreading this, but it's fine. Now you guys get to see the pain of working with Isaac Sprite. Don't let this scare you. 128 by 128 is how I usually size these up. All right, let's start cooking. You know what? I have an idea. We got the perfect Sprite. Because we did this for the we did this for Matthew's pose. We can, yeah, this is gonna be kind of fucked, but we can get this to work. Okay. This isn't gonna be as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna get rid of the sword. We might have to move his arm. Yeah, all right. Let's get rid of the sword first. All right. Now, I really wish I was at home because I could just pull a sword out of nowhere and just debate on poses. Here's what we're gonna do. I think we might have to use. We'll probably use. We'll have to use one. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab this. We're gonna put this right in front of Isaac. It doesn't need to look good. I just need to see how we can block with the front. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that can work. Maybe. Give me a sec. Well, let me go to unknown. Unknown, I had her blocking with a sword. I'll use unknown in Badgena. I can find her. So she was doing it like that. But her sword's small. Well, light swords are smaller, so. Okay. And we gave you a very arrogant block. Hmm. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just trying to find a good angle from this. I would have to. Okay, I know what to do. This is gonna be kind of fucked a little bit, but we can get this to work. Hold on. I need to see this as a reference. So the sword will go right there. Yeah. Sword will go right there. We're gonna move this. I'll polish this up later. Yeah. Okay. Need to paint this. No. Okay. We're about to do something interesting. Scared the shit out of me. Sorry about that. Looks good. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab this. We're gonna make another layer. There we go. That'll work. His arms just have to go right across like that, which is a lot better than what we had before. Oh, Isaac, why are you so complicated? I'm just being a little bit careful with this. Like, there you go. All right. I like it. We just gotta move the sword up a little bit. And I'm not gonna forget stuff. But we can do, bring this forward a little bit. You cannot run. You cannot hide. I wonder. Hold on. That's fine. Oh. Give me 1 second. Work calls. Well, we're doing good. We're doing very good. Yeah. In this world. We gotta make the cape next. Well, the scarf. Alright, let's give it like a minute. Okay, we're good. Now I can just grab. I need to grab. I didn't know do the. Oh no, the cable's right behind it. That's why I didn't do it. All right, that's fine. Isaac. What I can do is. Isaac's scarf is hard. I can just take. I'll have to take the old neutral one. Yeah, I'll have to just do that. It helps if you name your layers, but it's not worried about that right now. Before I forget, I can clearly make the size of this bigger, but I'm fine with doing this. Okay. Son of a bitch. Okay. You just gotta make this go behind. Well, the good thing about Isaac's cape is never, not cape, sorry, Isaac's cloak. It's not at a fixed motion. Like, it's always going around, because that's how scarves work. The hell? Oh, Adobe Animate's doing the thing now. I gotta be careful. There we go. That's fine. This looks a lot better than what we had before. Okay, so we'll just call this Isaac Newgard. We're gonna read the training stage so we'd actually see how it looks like. And we already done 30 minutes. Damn. Oh, this is not going in me as folder. Golden Sun, Isaac Newgard. Okay. We're going to bring up the training stage because we use the training stage as a point of reference and to see how the new sprites that we make, how they fit in the sprite animation environment. I wasn't so blind I could actually find this. Game assets, backgrounds, training stage. All right. Golden Sun, Isaac. We'll do like another 5 or so minutes. I didn't think tonight was gonna be I didn't think this stream was gonna be in a Aseprite stream, but unfortunately, I just didn't like the old guard. Yeah, this works. The reason why I use this represents the x-axis on the sprite animation. Right here represents the y-axis. Yep, we're good. All right. So we did our Aseprite work tonight. So we can get out of this. Don't save. So we're going to do exactly what we did earlier. Get rid of Isaac's frame right here. Go to our new sprite, Isaac Newgard. We're going to get rid of this because we're not using this anymore. Delete. All right. Bring the PNG file into the library. It's Newgard. Drag them in there. Make sure the layer's selected. The camera's off. No, I guess not. All right, there we go. Perfect. We're gonna click modify, bitmap, trace bitmap. Color threshold is gonna be on 1. Minimum error is gonna be on 1 pixels. Corner threshold is gonna be on many corners. Curve is gonna be on pixels. Click OK after that. From there, press F8 on your keyboard. We'll call this Isaac Newgard. Because you're converted into a symbol now. Perfect. This should be 217.05. $173.3. Perfect. Good. Now we actually have something that works. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna have them get knocked back a little tiny bit. We're gonna go over tweening real quick, so just don't mind me. We'll put them at the edge of the screen. Right there should be good. So you just get hit by the knockback. All right, so tweening. Here's point A. Here's point B. If we don't add a tween to this, is he's just gonna teleport from here to here. It doesn't look good. So in regards to tweening, you can either do a classic ease or whatever option is in there. I normally use ease in and out. I'll go over that in a second. But with classic easing, it's like how Sonic the Hedgehog moves in Sonic 1, 2, and 3 and Knuckles. Classic Sonic. Goes from left to right in a singular motion. Ease in and out is you ease into the movement, then you go. So you slowly go, then you go. It looks a little bit more natural. So right click anywhere between point A and point B. It's going to be, and your first option will be create classic tween, which is what we're going to do. And I whiffed. I'm terrible at this at times. So right click anywhere between A and B and don't whiff. Now we have, it's automatically set toward a classic ease. So we're going to take off onioning. This is how Sonic would pretty much go in classics, in Sonic 1, 2, and 3. Like that. But I like using ease in and out. So we're going to click on this again, go to properties, and click ease in and out. Perfect. Now what we're going to do, we're not going to fix the tutorial, so yeah, we're going to do that next stream. But give this a couple extra frames. Make sure you turn on the camera, because I know my dumbass is going to forget it. We're going to turn back the flames. We should be good. Oh, it's really good. All right. Ooh, Adobe Animate, you fucking up. Adobe Animate got rid of some frames on the camera. Always pay attention to that. And for some weird reason, that stopped. Don't know why that stopped, but it ain't gonna be stopping no more. All right. Hold on. I gotta put the audio back on. That's not good. Oh, it looks like audio is cooked. But we don't need audio right now because we're gonna get ready to wrap this up soon. So we're gonna insert frames, the frames that Adobe Animate got rid of. Oh, now we got music. Ooh. So as you can see, Isaac is out of the workspace. So we need to add a camera. We need to add a camera to follow Isaac, because right now Isaac is not in the workspace. See the square? This is what we're zoomed into right now. So right here, we're going to insert a keyframe on the camera. And it's going to follow Isaac. We'll have it stop where the flames will stop. So we're going to insert keyframe again. We're going to move the camera on the x-axis. Right there. Perfect. So again, like we did with tweening. Point A, point B. Right click anywhere between them. We're just going to make this an ease and out, just to be uniform. All right. All right, let's watch the movie. Just give me 1 second while I see what's going on with work. a minute. All right. We'll just give it one watch, then later, hopefully later on tonight I'll be able to come back. But we got a good amount of work done. Today was primarily an Aseprite day because we had to give Isaac a new guard, but it's all good. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the stream and you learned something. If you have any general questions, don't be afraid to let me know. Put it in the comment section. I know I'm not the best at explaining stuff, but when it comes to writing a decent comment, I can write for days. But definitely have a lot of patience with this type of project because these sprites were not made for this type of environment. These are JRPG sprites, so you can be doing a lot of custom work. But as usual, if you have any questions, comments, and concerns, just leave it in the comments. Dislike it if you want to dislike it. That'll just show me that I have to improve as a streamer, which is beneficial at the end of the day. And again, like I said before, this is probably my favorite scene. Ojo-sama Mia was one of my drunken escapades. I'm like, you know what? Let me make Mia into an Ojo-sama just for shits and giggles. So I definitely have to pay attention here because the camera did get rid of those frames, which is worrisome. Megan and Justin are looking for a bad day. Devil May Cry 3 was such a mood. I like it. I definitely do like it. All right, so we did a good amount of work today. Hopefully later on I'll be able to come back and do another stream. The main goal was getting the lore video stream done because I had to take care of that. Then do this. I gotta go do a watch with my friends with Kamen Rider, my old tournament buddies. We do it on every Friday. Hopefully after that, I'll be able to do another lore writing stream, which will be 30 minutes, and do this following that. If not, we'll come back tomorrow. But aside from that, enjoy the VOD as usual. If you have any questions, y'all know what to do. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.